I mean, Picasso had a saying, he said, good artists copy, great artists steal.
These are words spoken from the late Steve Jobs. While this exact quote cannot be directly attributed to Picasso, these words resonate deeply with me. This is a video about the internet and iterative narratives. H.H. Gregg was a publicly owned retail chain that specialized in selling electronics and home appliances. While it did have actual stores in Wisconsin, I'm sure you haven't actually been inside of an H.H. Gregg. To summarize the experience, it's very similar to Best Buy. The reason I bring up this company is that in July of 2010, they released a commercial innocently advertising a huge sale. It featured the mascot of H.H. Gregg named H.H., who was stylized after a rolled-up H.H. Gregg catalog with floating feet and hands, singing a Christmas carol in a sort of awkward and annoying way.
Save on everything at Christmas in July. H Gregg. Panasonic Blu-ray $99. H Gregg. 32-inch LCD TV $299. LG 42-inch HD TV $489. Everything's on sale during Christmas in July. A snowball in July? H Gregg.
This advertisement caught the attention of some people who then made simple edits along the lines of replaying the shot where he gets hit by the snowball and another where he's made to sing a tune that is in the original Christmas carol he was singing in the advertisement. YouTube poops are a sort of video collage project that are meant mostly for comedic purposes. They usually sample cartoons such as SpongeBob, King of the Hill,
Wet clothes.
or The Simpsons.
Sure, from now on you'll be checked.
Though, YouTube poops can really be about any TV show, movie, commercial, or any piece of media that is or can be digitized. The next most popular iteration of the H.H. Gregg commercial is a YTP MV, which is simply named Doin' by Hydrodalic, nearly 5 years after the original advertisement aired and over 10 years ago.
H Gregg. Panasonic Blu-ray $99. 32-inch LCD TV $299. LG 42-inch HD.
In this iteration, Hydrodalic opts to use Daft Punk's Doing It Right,
Everybody will be dancing and we're feeling it right.
32-inch LCD TV.
alongside the lyrics of H.H. Gregg's now named Christmas in July commercial. This video blew up on the internet, unlike the previous Rally H or Getting Revenge videos, amassing over 1 million views. After this video, the internet really ran with this advertisement.
Everything's on sale during Christmas and
This is where we are now brought to a kind of specialist in the art of YTP MVs. The name of this channel is siivagunner. The channel was brought up in 2015 in direct parody of another popular video game music uploader by the name of siivagunner. siivagunner started their channel in 2010 uploading rips, which is the name given to specifically video game music that are taken straight off the media containing the rest of the program. Ripping music from a game disc is not immoral or even illegal, but then uploading the raw audio to a platform for all to hear can be a copyright violation. While siivagunner would upload these video game rips, siivagunner would make parodies of video game music in general. Here's the most popular video on siivagunner's channel. This song combines the tried and true Super Mario World athletic theme with the Witch Doctor by Ross Bagdasarian, who specializes in, ironically, novelty music, which is music created on the premise of novelty for the purpose of comedy. siivagunner and Ross Bagdasarian may not seem like they have much in common, but it turns out that is not the case. Let's put a pin in siivagunner and H.H. Gregg and let me show you some examples of popular iterative works that exist exclusively on the internet. On December 25th, 2016, a channel by the name of Pilot Red Sun made a video called Grinch's Ultimatum. The video played the well-known story of how the Grinch stole Christmas, but with a twist of humorous absurdity and some creative liberties. The video begins with, I'm not gonna say all that. I think that's just play the damn footage, bro.
got two options here. You can be a saint, or you can be a Grinch. Those are your two choices. Choose wisely. So what's it gonna be, huh? A saint? Or a Grinch?
And that's it. The video ends with no true conclusion of the story, and just a weird ending screen. While the creator already had a following before the debut of this video, the work particularly caught people's attention for the odd flow of narrative, crude imagery, low quality sound effects, and probably most importantly, how easy it was to insert your own story within the mold the video created. Needless to say, there are countless different versions, and while this may not qualify for a YouTube poop or YouTube poop music video, it's so derivative and so unique, it's still a very interesting rabbit hole. As for another example of narrative iteration, there's a Donkey Kong Country TV show that aired from 1997 to 2000 that featured Donkey Kong and his cohort try to keep a crystal coconut safe from the antagonists of the original game, King K. Rool. The series is 3D animated before 3D animated shows were really big, only 2 years after Toy Story and 1 year before Jimmy Neutron. In each episode of this weird kids TV series, there are 2 musical numbers performed by the characters of the show. In the second song of the 12th episode of the second season, Donkey Kong gets knocked out and imagines a world in which he never existed. During the sequence, he breaks out into song and sings, "Let me go back to my home."
No, I can't believe what I see. Everything's upside down and it makes no sense to me.
Nearly 26 years later, a person by the name of Fumu uploads a video on YouTube called "Eddie, let me go back to my virtual insanity." This is an unlikely combination, but as you may start to gather from these examples, the extreme dissonance of the original media contributes to the humor, absurdity, and artistic value of the final product. Probably the most popular of these iterative narratives is the X song and Y sound font mixes. Usually, the original source is a well-trodden song, or perhaps even an album. The modification of the original song is almost always the Super Mario 64 sound font, but it could also be just a wide variety of different sound fonts or edits in general. Another popular iterative narrative would be one of those X but it's Y edits.
Knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on.
These edits usually entail 2 already popular songs that are retrofitted into each other. Sometimes it could be the lyrics from one song fit into the instrumentation of the other. Other times it could be that 2 songs are played at the same BPM and key, fitting together perfectly. These edits can really be of anything by anybody for any reason. Hell, I've even made one before. I could make another one right now. This is a very quick tutorial on how to make your own rip or mashup of 2 different songs. First step is just to find a song, or 2 or 3, that you want to like mash up together. For this example, I'm just going to be doing Gorillaz Do Ya Thing, the radio edit.
I'm a pad imitator of a boy in the sky, with a cap in his head and a knot in his tie.
And then the second song will just be the results screen of Mario Kart Wii, so just take a listen to this one as well. This is very similar already, so we don't have to do too much work, but then after you find your 2 songs, you want to like bring them into FL Studio, which is like my preferred audio editing program. You could also do this in Audacity probably, but it's a little bit more difficult. After that, you just want to like trim down the songs so like you don't have any, stuff you don't want, because we have this part at the very beginning of the Gorillaz song. We don't really want all that, so we just want to bring it to where he starts singing, which is right here.
I'm a pet imitator of a boy in the
And before you get any further, it's too loud.
I'm a pet imitator of
That's a lot
boy
better.
in the
So now clip it down to when he starts singing, and then drag it over to when the song starts, which is right here. Now, this first beat will be on beat, but every beat after this will not be on beat, because we are not synced up yet. So let's take a listen.
I'm a pet imitator of a boy in the sky.
Sounds like a mess, but we can fix that. Just go up here, type in value of the song of the original, and then click on the one that you want to change. Click on resample to Stretch Pro. Click on that, auto detect, type in BPM, and then type in the BPM of that song. Click enter, and then it should change a little bit. And then just drag it back to where it was before. Make sure this first part right here lines up for this example, and then it should be pretty much perfect.
I'm a pet imitator of a boy in the sky, with a cap in his head and a knot in his tie. I'm alive in the mall when the power is gone. A shadow in the corner, just playing along.
But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's very easy to get two songs that are already kind of like made for each other to get together. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyone can just do this. Channel siivagunner has spanned a decade in the works creating music, but also some very deep lore, and jokes within jokes to the point to where it's kind of hard to really get into it, but there's always the throughput and other stuff. To begin with, siivagunner uses some basic building blocks in terms of jokes that have been iterated on for the past decade. This includes but is not limited to Vinesauce, Joel,
Granddad! Flintstones? Oh.
Love Live, School Idol Festival, Snow Halation, Five Nights at Freddy's, Circus, Lazy Town, We Are Number One, W Fox's Megalovania, Mega Man 2's Woodman Stage, and Caramella Girls Caramel Dance. These jokes are old, but their motif ends up being used over and over again to where they're sort of given a new life. These also aren't exclusively all the jokes that are included in their rips. Many of the jokes that are used are usually just memes currently in circulation. One of these jokes that are in circulation is
H-word. H-word.
H.H. Gregg is a major player in siivagunner's repertoire of in-jokes. The siivagunner team and community have done so many different rips featuring or referencing H.H. Gregg's Christmas in July app.
You just couldn't resist, could ya? Save on everything at Christmas in July.
The entire series of works that uses silly 3D animated mascot alone is almost incomprehensibly large. One of my favorite developments in this series is siivagunner's appearance at MagFest 2026, where they had a DJ play 50 minutes with extremely impressive visuals to boot. The entire show is really impressive, and I believe it to be living proof of an art that needs to be protected. There are many people in the community that make wonderful projects like this. Hell, even I make things like that sometimes, as you just saw. Iterative artists like Hydrodelic, Fumu, siivagunner, and thousands of other people that have contributed to the decades of internet history are not found every day. If nothing else, this is some pretty cool stuff.
What's today? What's Thursday? rough rides each day.